What up, everybody? It's the Rottweiler Patriots. I'm Vegas,
And I'm T-Bone.
and we're coming at you with another video today where we're going to be doing our Week 9 predictions. This is where we predict each game of Week 9. We are competing throughout the entirety of the season. Last week, I went 8-8. T-Bone here went 10-6. The coin did me dirty in the Chiefs game. Kansas City did me dirty in the Chiefs game. It's like, oh, I get the Chiefs for the Broncos. Yay, that should be an easy win, right? Nope! And that cost me the week. So T-Bone's lead increases by 2 to a 3-game lead. He is 77-45. I am 74-48. If you would like to compete alongside us, feel free to do so. Feel free to leave your own predictions down in the comments. And before we get started, a bit of a disclaimer. If you haven't seen any of our previous recent videos this week, I do have a sore in the back of my throat that has made talking painful, so I'm gonna limit the talking so that I don't seriously hurt myself in this, and that means the structure and flow of this video is gonna be a little bit different than usual. So apologies for that, but right now I do need to look out for my health. And with that being said, let's get started first with teams who are on the bye. There are 4 teams on the bye this week: the 49ers, the Lions, the Jaguars, and Broncos. Those 4 teams will not play this week, meaning that there are going to be 14 total games this week, and we got a lot of good ones, so let's jump into it. Starting with Thursday Night Football, we've got ourselves the Pittsburgh Steelers hosting the Tennessee Titans. T-Bone, take it away.
Yeah, so I think this is going to be a really good game because both teams are kind of, I don't know how to say mid, nice other than mid, but I've seen bright spots from both of them. I really have. And so I don't actually know who's starting, but I think they're continuing with Levis. So with Levis at the helm, I like the Titans' chances. Now, I know the Steelers could make some moves, and they do have that defense, but I've got the Titans on this one.
I have the Titans as well. Levis put in a really good performance, and I just think they're a better team than the Steelers right now. Alrighty, up next we've got ourselves in Germany. The Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Miami Dolphins. This is a big one.
All right, well, yeah, we're traveling to Deutschland now, and I think the Chiefs aren't going to keep it up. I think the Dolphins are going to keep going with some momentum, and the Chiefs are going to get another loss, and I'm going with the Dolphins with another win.
I think Chiefs are going to get the bounce back game in this one. Dolphins are going to lose in Deutschland. Alrighty, up next we've got ourselves the Atlanta Falcons hosting the Minnesota Vikings.
So I have the Vikings on this one. I think this could be a very, very good game, and the Falcons could very well win it. But really, I think the Vikings are going to rally together. I think that defense is going to come up big, and I think Dobbs is going to make a statement. And I have the Vikings pulling out the win just barely.
I've got the Atlanta Falcons taking this one. They're at the top of their division. They've been better than expected this year, and with the injuries to the Vikings, I don't know if they can overcome that just yet. And I actually don't think Dobbs is going to be starting this one either.
Really?
I think it's going to be their rookie quarterback. I cannot remember his name off the top of my head, but I don't
That's
think
so
Dobbs
odd.
is starting. So,
My fault, folks. My fault.
alrighty. Up next, we've got ourselves the New Orleans Saints hosting the Chicago Bears.
So I've got the Saints on this one. I think the Bears could make some noise, could make some moves. Who knows? But I've got the Saints. I think they're a little bit more cohesive, and a little bit more all together. And with uh, Kamara coming back and being back and having performing well in his last couple of games, I've got the Saints.
I think the Saints have the advantage in this one as well. Alrighty, up next we've got ourselves the Green Bay Packers hosting the Los Angeles Rams.
So I've got the Rams. I think the Packers could maybe do some work, but I think the Rams are going to get the bounce back win because I think Stafford's really in 2021 form, just with just Puka and Cup, and I've got the Rams.
I got the Rams. The Packers are playing very bad football right now, and I have a hard time seeing them come away with this one. Alrighty, up next we've got ourselves the New England Patriots hosting the Washington Commanders.
So despite I think the Patriots being better, I've got the Commanders having the upset on this one, even though they did just trade away some really good players. I don't know. I think the commies got this one. Got this upset.
Despite all the injuries that's going on with New England right now, I think they're going to come away with this much-needed win in Gillette Stadium, hoping to see more silver pants. I think they had some magical powers. You saw it against Buffalo. So, I think New England's got the upper hand in this one. Alrighty, up next we've got ourselves the Baltimore Ravens hosting the Seattle Seahawks.
So I do think the Ravens are a better team. That being said, I think it's more Lamar is the team. They do have some guys, but I think the Seahawks are just more cohesive, and I think that's going to show in this game. I think the Seahawks are going to come out with the win.
I have the Ravens winning this one. I honestly think they're a more complete team than the Seahawks. Their one issue is injuries, but they've played some pretty good football so far and beaten some very good teams, so I think the Ravens have the advantage, especially with this game being in Baltimore. Alrighty, up next we've got ourselves the Houston Texans hosting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
So I am a little bit of an NFC South hater. That being said, I do think that the Texans have a brighter future, and I think they're going to get the bounce back win. They're going to address some of the slight issues that happened during the Panthers game, and I don't think the Bucs can pull out this win. I think the Texans just have that magic and are going to work it.
I have the Buccaneers winning this one. Right now, I just think they're the better team, and although they're on a bit of a slump, they're not playing poorly. Both teams in a bit of a slump looking to get out of it, but I think the Buccaneers get the job done in this one. Alrighty, up next we've got ourselves the Cleveland Browns hosting the Arizona Cardinals.
So I have the Browns winning this one. Now, this may be Kyler's comeback game, but that being said, just a lot of trades and just things have happened to the Cardinals, and I just don't think they can get this win. I've got the Browns. That defense is going to clamp them up.
Yeah, Browns are the better team. I've got them winning this one as well. Not much else to really say. Alrighty, up next we've got ourselves the Carolina Panthers hosting the Indianapolis Colts.
So I have the Panthers winning this one because the Colts have dealt with a little bit of injury. They're using Minshew because Anthony Richardson's out. Panthers are coming off of a win. We're going to address some of our issues. And, I got the Panthers pulling this one out.
I have the Colts getting this one. The strength of the Colts offense is their running game, and that has been an issue for the Panthers, is stopping the run. So I think the Colts are going to be able to go into Bank of America and get the job done. But this could be a very close game. Alrighty, up next we've got ourselves the Las Vegas Raiders hosting the New York Football Giants.
So I've got the Raiders winning this one. They've done a lot of stuff over week 8 to just fix things. They fired McDaniels. They fired the GM. They're starting Brett Favre. their rookie. So I think that they're going to play a little bit more cohesive, even though it is going to be an interim head coach. I've seen the head coach. I like what he has to say, Dan Campbell-esque. I've got the Raiders getting this one.
I have the Raiders winning as well. I think they're a better built football team than the Giants, and I think McDaniels getting fired, it's going to be a big booster for them. It's what happened with Gruden last time, so. Alrighty, coming up next, we've got ourselves the Philadelphia Eagles hosting the Dallas Cowboys.
This is in Philly, so I know the Cowboys are coming off a nice big win, and I think it will be a little bit of trouble. That being said, Jalen Hurts is starting to get into his season form. AJ Brown is popping off, just a solid offense, solid defense. I think this is going to be a close game and show people how close the Cowboys are to the Eagles, but I have Philly winning this one.
I have the Eagles winning this one as well. I think this is going to be a very close and very entertaining game. Games between these two teams always are, but I think Philly's the better team. They're going to get it done in Philadelphia. Alrighty, up next, it's gonna be Sunday Night Football. We've got ourselves the Cincinnati Bengals hosting the Buffalo Bills.
I've got the Bengals winning this one. I think most of the next couple of meetups with these two teams are going to be the Bengals win. I think the Bills are a good team, but it's going to be just like the playoffs, and just Joe Burrow's going to be able to just perform well. He's gotten his act together, and I think we're going to see the results of that.
Yeah, I have the Bengals winning this one as well. They're riding high. They're playing well. The Bills have been kind of all over the place lately, and as of late, the Bengals have had the Bills' number. I don't see that changing, especially with a big game here in Cincinnati. And finally, for Monday Night Football, we've got ourselves the New York Jets hosting the Los Angeles Chargers.
So I do think that Zach Wilson is getting better and is taking strides forward, and that's good. And I think the Jets are really coming together, clamoring for an Aaron Rodgers to return. I don't even know the timeline of that. I just know he's kind of been sort of not a mascot, but something to bring the team around and rally around. And Zach Wilson's playing with that poise. That being said, I do have Justin Herbert and the Chargers. I think it's going to be a close game, but I do have the Chargers.
I actually have the Jets coming away with this win. They've kind of been trending upwards. Their defense has done a good job keeping them in games, and their offense has found ways to improve and do what they need to do to get it done. And the Chargers are a team who can be very good, but they're also a team who can be very bad, and they're very, very inconsistent. And they have a tendency to charger away games. There's a reason the term exists, so I think the Jets are going to get this one done. That's it for games this week. Please be sure to leave your thoughts down in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you have to say, your predictions, your feedback, anything you got for us. We always appreciate it. And that is going to do it for us today. Thank you all so very much for watching. Please be sure to hit the like button. Please be sure to subscribe. And we will see you all in the next video.